I mean, compared with something like alcohol, it's far safer. And it is a far more effective tool and doesn't have anywhere near the side effects. We were involved in a consumer research study, the first large-scale consumer research study actually really done in cannabis. We found that with millennials, they are beginning to choose cannabis over alcohol. It was basically 51%. It was a slight majority, but it was a majority. And it's starting to happen more and more. I think that marijuana will actually, over time, take over. I think it'll be larger than alcohol. Really, think about it. It's, again, it's safer. There's no hangover. There are many fewer side effects than with alcohol. Remember, marijuana is a Schedule I narcotic. Okay? Alcohol and tobacco are not, and yet alcohol and tobacco meet all three criteria to be a Schedule I narcotic. They're just legislatively exempt from it. Harmful to the point of lethality, highly addictive, no medicinal benefit. Marijuana meets none of those three criteria.
Plant's plant, but the cannabis industry needs a lot of help as far as science goes, particularly here in California. There's a lot of updates that can go into the cultivation that comes from traditional agriculture, and so that's a lot of the things that I'm getting to do right now is upgrading, implementing automation, implementing some of those standard operating procedures that's in agriculture now, but needs to come to the cannabis industry. Pesticides is something that's still used pretty heavily here in California because of the lack of regulations. Today, we could use almost any pesticide we want and not be stopped, which is a very scary thing, whereas come January, there'll be regulations for that. Education
is the key. As people learn about marijuana, as they learn about what a safe compound it is and all its incredible medicinal effects, I think the usage is going to become more and more widespread. I think acceptance is going to grow rapidly. We're seeing it in other states, we're seeing it in other countries.
When you get a tomato, you cut it up, but what you do before that, you wash it. Well, when you get dried bud, you cannot wash it. So part of the regulations will be microbial testing, and so that'll be testing for Salmonella, E. coli, other fungi, bacteria. And that's important because a lot of people will fertilize with organic methods, and what that is fertilizing with manure. And so if they're spraying the buds with manure, that's E. coli. And some growers don't realize that quite yet, but when the regulations kick in, they'll realize they'll have to change their methods very quickly.